Hello, this is Billy Joe with Moon Goddess 114433. And this is another pick a card reading. This one is what is holding them back? So what's holding them back? This can be like a blockage or just anything like that. This can pertain to anything like that. Just what is holding them back, period. So I have 3 decks here. I have deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. I do have to tell you that this is general readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody. You just take what fits and throw out the rest. Do not force it. If it doesn't resonate with you, it wasn't intended for you. Just take what does fit. I cannot stress that enough. The music in the background, it's only that because I really have a limited choice of what to play, and I have to tune out the rest of the household. That's all that is. And the dogs in the neighborhood, obviously. I'm sure you can hear them. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with deck number 1 for what is holding them back. For those of you that picked deck number 1, what is holding your person back? So you have the 9 of Wands. This deck is the, let me see, the Deviant Moon Tarot. And I also use the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards. Okay, so you have the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, the Moon, letting go, omens, and changes. So let's look at these for a little bit. So with the 9 of Pentacles, what I'm getting with this is, so this person, their shoulders are down, their head's down. They've been traveling upwards, okay? But they've reached a spot where they're melancholy, they're sad, they've reached depression. And they just don't see how they can make it to the top. Okay. Like they're just sitting there on the edge, all depressed. Should I just leap off the edge? And what they're depressed about? I mean, look, this person that just, look, she's got her hands up. She's like, oh, I'm done with you. You know, this 8 of Cups, this woman in red, she just walked away from him. She just left him there, brokenhearted, depressed. I mean, just feel that grief and that heartache and that, I mean, he can go upwards. There's steps there. But he's hurting so bad that he fails to see that. They had, look at all them cups. They had all that love there. And she just gave up on what they had. she held secrets from this person, or he did. This relationship had a lot of secrets, and it left him devastated. It made him feel like a puppet on a string. And of course, you know, you got the letting go card. Now, I'm taking this as meaning that, because you got the omens card and changes. Now, I'm taking this as saying that I take the omens card as meaning as synchronicities. And what I hear Spirit saying is that there will be some letting go. That, you know, you have the sun. In this omens card, you have a sun. You have the moon, which to me represents the mirrors of the twin flames, the sun and the moon. The synchronicities kick in when that divine connection, when, you know, during divine timing, when they recognize each other, when the synchronicities kick in, and then slowly things get let go. But you have to go through that process of letting that go. And the changes, it's like a spiral. So it's like peeling an onion, where it doesn't happen all at once. It's going to happen slowly, layer by layer. But your person has a lot of pain. Look at all them wands. I peel all them wands off. Okay, number one, I hope that resonated. If it did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. They're holding on to past pain. Okay, moving on to those that picked pile 2. What is your person holding on to? For those of you who picked this, I have no idea what this is called. All I know is that it was created by hot lava. It's actually pretty cool when you look at it with the light, but this is actually one of my newest things, little treasures. Of all places, I found it at a flea market. Okay, so what is your person holding on to? The cards I used for this was Deviant Moon Tarot and Shamanic Healing Oracle cards. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Swords. Ascension. And movement into balance. Okay. So what is your person holding on to? What are they having a hard time letting go? Okay. So you have the Two of Wands here, which for this deck represents joining joining forces. So it's where you put the two wands together to make this one tool to make the job easier. So he joined forces. Okay. And it looks like he joined forces with the Four of Pentacles. So if you look at the Four of Pentacles, this man is like hoarding his coins. He's guarding them. And like he's running out of the city because he's like being greedy, right? And he's got this thing on his arm. You know, and I'm sure at one time she probably looked like arm candy. And to me, this represents her soul. Like, she probably looks, in real life, she probably looks like this gorgeous knockout arm candy, right? And like this most beautiful, treasured Playboy prize, right? But her soul is sucking him dry. She's sucking him for everything he's worth. She is, with the flames, she's like ultimate desire. But time with her ticks to an end. Okay? So, he joined forces with like a succubus. I would call her a succubus. I have other names, but I'm not going to go there. And then you have the Four of Swords. So she just left him for dead. She sucked him dry and left him for dead. She left him with nothing. She left him lower than dirt. And then you have the Ascension. Okay. So you have new light coming in. So he's been left, you know, below the dirt. Okay. I mean, you can't even see the sunlight because you're down, buried deep. But with the Ascension, you rise upwards. The sunshine is coming through. You break through the soil. He's going to break through the soil because he's rising. Was he rising into? There's movement into balance. You see, the water is nourishing that soil. And as it nourishes it, it moves him out of the soil more towards the sun. There's a sun and the moon. And those who listen to my tarot readings know that to me, that any card that has a sun and the moon in the same card represents twin flames, higher level soulmates. Those are mirror images of each other. You're either my sun or my moon, right? So he's going to move out of this. But anyone also who's going through this process has to know that this is a slow process. It is a journey. He lost everything. Like, he generated this idea. He made this tool. Or if you're a male and your masculine energy and you're watching for your feminine counterpart energy, you know, she was a self-made woman. Either way, this person, your counterpart, was self-made. And then they lost everything because they connected themselves with the wrong person, with the wrong people. And they're still having a hard time letting go of that. They're having it, you know, it's a trust issue factor. Okay, those that picked deck number 2. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. Well, I guess. If you do, please like, share, comment, subscribe. And I am moving on to those that picked pile number 3. Please remember that this is a general reading. This is not going to resonate with everybody. And also, maybe parts of the reading will resonate with you, but not the whole reading. That's okay. Just take what fits and throw out the rest. The cards that I used for this reading is the Deviant Moon Tarot. and Shamanic Healing Oracle cards. Okay. So what is your counterpart holding on to? What are they having a hard time letting go? So we have the Emperor. The Eight of Coins. The Seven of Swords. The Queen of Cups. Burden. Slow but steady. And New Day. Okay. So with the Emperor card, this is someone who is in authority, someone who's confident in their leadership. And if you look at the next card, he's looking at who he's in leadership. So the Eight of Pentacles, this is someone who's very hardworking in their task set, maybe in factory work, because this is a line. They're very tedious. They're very perfectionist. They try to make sure they get everything correct. They make sure that their work is done. There's a clock there. They make sure, and there's a clock up there. And, or that might be a pressure. That's a pressure thing, actually. And there's a clock there. But anyways, I get that they make sure that everything is productive and efficient. Very, very hard worker. And he is leadership over, and I'm hearing several people like very, very big person over many people. But you have the Seven of Wands. He was overconfident in his plans, in his strategies. And his plans failed. And when his plans failed, it didn't just affect him. It affected the other people underneath him as well. This was their life force. This was their income for their whole family. He didn't take that lightly. He took that to heart. He took that deeply. It's not that he didn't just fail himself. He didn't feel like he was a failure. Not just a failure, but I mean, he feels like he failed everybody. He feels responsible for all those people underneath him, for letting them down. He feels responsible for letting their families down that rely on them for their jobs. This is a heavy burden for your counterpart. So yeah, it's hard for them to let this go. But they're going to let it go. It's going to be slow and steady. Very, very slow. Okay. They're like this turtle. Slowly moving upwards. They have to be nourished. You see that water coming down and nourishing them? They're going to have to be nourished. They have to be reminded their worth. so they can see the new day, so they can spread their wings again, so they can spread their confidence again. Okay, y'all. Thank you, those that picked deck number 3. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I enjoy reading for y'all. If you have any suggestions for any pick-a-cards, go ahead and just leave it in the comment box. If anyone wants any personal readings, all the descriptions and how to contact me are also in the description box. Thank you so much. This was Blue Joe with Moon Goddess 114433. Bye.